I'm poor, but I have more money back here that I could, but I don't want to get rid of it because I love it, but I could be very well off on some of these games.
You might then sell some of those old Intellivision games for about 20 cents a throw.
Judges every other month. I'm curious what.
But I'm also going to say, hey, I love the Analog Duo.
What it is?
They're about to, they're going on pre-order too.
YouTubers
Does that mean that I'm invested?
Yeah, I don't think we'd be pulling into any legal action. There's not going to be any legal action. There was no money exchanged. There were no promises made to us. Nothing was going on. This is strictly a fan podcast.
It's just fans.
That's all it is.
I put a ton of money
as to the comments on about what other people about the refunds. I've said this once. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I don't totally understand the massive outrage. I understand a little bit better now.
You don't understand the massive outrage? What, $70 million being stolen? And you don't understand the massive outrage? I think, if I remember rightly, this could be where Nick goes full Metal Jacket.
Again, I don't totally understand the massive outrage. I understand a little bit better now that you guys are saying about the promise and that money's protected, etc. Blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah.
I get that. I also know that this company went into holy crap, we need to survive mode. And so as a rational, okay, let me rephrase it. Let me scratch rational. As a person who looks at this, I guess, as just a business trying to survive standpoint, rather than somebody who's just looking at this.
Mike Mullis looks like he's trying to work out whether Mike Mollusk is rude or not.
I guess as just a business trying to survive standpoint, rather than somebody who's just looking at this as just trusted money. I suspected, I didn't know, nobody said anything to me. I had no promises, no inside information on this at all, that they might dip into that money because they were trying to survive. So when it comes down to keeping the doors open and getting a product out, or keeping that money aside and completely closing the door so they can hand that money back,
don't have one, Chris.
They were going to go with the option that keeps the doors open. They were always going to do that because
they can still try and scam you for more money.
A business that wants to survive. That's how they were going to do that. I understand why you're upset. Yeah, right. I understand why you're pissed, and you can be pissed at me if you want. That's fine. I can't fix it.
He can't fix it. Bob the Builder, can he fix it? Oh no, he can't fix it either. Barack Obama, can he fix it? No. Nick, can he fix it? No.
Pissed, and you can be pissed at me if you want. That's fine. I can't fix it. We can't fix it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And I'm not going to sit here week in and week out and discuss this with you guys at this point, okay? I understand you are upset. I want you to get your refund. I do. If you want a refund, I want you to get it. But also understand, I have zero control over that. And so nobody here has any control over this. We can't answer it. We can't move forward any faster. We can't do anything with it. Take it to them. Your problem is with them. Take it to them. Try to talk to them. I can't fix it. I can't.
Yeah, it does get frustrating.
I didn't want to interrupt him then because he's starting to be in full flow. He doesn't quite... he's not quite thrown his dummy out the pram just yet, but that's coming.
Frustrating because I know a lot of people are like, "Hey, what's going on?" I mean, other than the updates that we get, and in my occasional reach out to go, "Hey, what's anything we could say? Maybe we got a show coming up." Like, they're trying to get a console manufactured. As far as refunds, dude, if I could reach in my pocket and give every single one of you guys a refund, I would. But it's
well, you could ask Lady Decade to do it.
It's not my company. It's I got money in there too. Like I said, I put a ton of money in hats, t-shirts, hoodies, pre-orders, 8 packs of games because I'm a collector.
I bet you must have about $5,000 in this.
Maybe a little crazy.
Nope.
I put I got a lot of money riding in this too. Maybe not a ton, but I mean, to me, it's a lot. I'm broke. That to me, that's a lot.
Yeah. If this thing doesn't come out, I just consider the money.
But I understand. Right? I
have collector's items for the time with the boxed items that are like little
lot.
mementos that I bought because I have the coins, and those coins
got
have
many.
some.
And
Those
the
coins
cards,
have
and the
some
wood-
monetary value. Is it $20? No. Is it something neat? Yeah. Is it a collector's item to keep on my shelf and have a memory about that has some good and bad memories? Absolutely.
and some lenticular cards and stuff like that. I mean, it's,
hold on. Let me look at. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to look at Armbear Quarterback's last comment because he asked me specifically to look at.
So I just looked away for a minute. What did I miss? I see. I don't always get to look at the comments while I'm sort of listening to it all the time. But yeah, I think the only thing I missed. Sorry to interrupt. These guys can't do anything to fix the issues. Don't direct your anger at them. It's just, well, why are they still having this pretense that anything's still happening then?
Shelf and have a memory about that has some good and bad memories. Absolutely.
Let's just hear Nick go off on one again.
Riding in this too, maybe not a ton, but I mean, to me, it's a lot. I'm broke, you know, like that to me, that's a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
so,
if this thing doesn't come out, I just consider the money.
but I understand. I understand.
Right? I have
wish I
collector's items for the time with the boxed items that are like little mementos that I bought because I have the coins, and those coins have some. Those coins have some monetary values.
Some monetary value, about 1 cent.
$20? No. Is it something neat? Yeah. Is it a collector's item to keep on my shelf and have a memory about that has some good and bad memories? Absolutely.
Yeah, to be on the shelf until it biodegrades.
and some lenticular cards and stuff like that. I mean, it's,
hold on. Let me look at. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to look at Armbear Quarterback's last comment because he asked me specifically to look at it.
Oh, right
I'm
here.
explaining you guys. You have a show called Amico Forever, and we're all in direct contact.
I know, guys.
I am honestly. I barely ever hear from Intellivision. Period.
So this is the moment, I think. Strap yourself in and feel the G's.
Specifically to look at it.
Oh, right here.
I'm explaining
Right
you guys.
here.
You have a show called Amico Forever, and we're all in direct contact.
I know, guys.
I am honestly. I barely ever hear from Intellivision. Period. Do not consider me in direct contact. If I hit somebody up from the company, sometimes I'll get a response in a week. Sometimes I don't get a response at all. So most of the time, you're not going to get information from me from the company. I don't have that kind of pull at this point. They're not talking to anybody, dude. They're not even talking to us.
Bingo! Bingo! So there you go. Nick spills the fucking beans. Every week, these lunatics have said, "Oh, have we talked to Tommy in the last week?" Yeah, I've spoken to Tommy. Yeah, I've hit him up, and yeah, I've spoken to him. Everything's fine. Yeah, we didn't talk anything about Amico though. I didn't want to talk about Amico because his dad died like 5 months ago, and he won't want to talk about the Amico. He won't want any sort of honesty or anything that might sort of put him in a bad light. So yeah, they've just been pretending that, you know, as if I mean, he's not even tweeting, as I say, as if Tommy Tallarico or Phil Adam or any of them, John Avocado, any of them would speak to any of these three, or whether they might molest whatever about him, but the three main ones, whether the three Amicos, whether there's no way they would talk to anyone. What would the point be? What would the point be to have, you know, random conversations? You know, let's say it's not about the Amico. What would be the point of having random conversations about other things on a regular basis? Why? It just wouldn't happen. You know, women like to spend a lot of time chatting on the phone. Men don't spend time chatting on the phone. They just like, you know, you if you need to be on the phone, it's just to purely get from A to B in your conversation, and then you hang up and you're done. You're not going to be sat there shooting the shit. That's what, you know, you might go to the pub and do that over a pint or two, but you're not going to spend it over the bloody phone. I don't understand why women do that. I mean, God, why don't they just go round to each other's houses or go down the pub? Be damn sight cheaper than spending on that phone bill. Then again, these days you get inclusive minutes, but anyway, I just don't get the point of having a long conversation on the phone about anything. Yeah, just the way Nick threw his dummy out the pram there, that was hilarious. Let's have that one again.
I have a show called Amico Forever, and we're all in direct contact.
I know, guys.
I am honestly, I barely ever hear from Intellivision. Period. Do not consider me in direct contact. If I hit somebody up from the company, sometimes I'll get a response in a week. Sometimes I don't get a response at all. So most of the time, you're not going to get information from me from the company. I don't have that kind of pull at this point. They're not talking to anybody, dude. They're not even talking to us. So any information you think you're getting from anybody is probably false.
Yeah, and
because they're not talking to anybody. Period. Straight
Right.
up.
Yeah.
Just another view. I wish they'd bring back Brittany. She was nice. So she was the girl at the Salt Lake City video where they pretended to have an office there, where they just hired an office for the day, or well, at least for half a day, because all the computers were still switched off. And Nick, I forgot what his bloody name is. Nick, the prairie dog shooter. Anyway, Nick Richards. He was sat there despite being at the other office. And they're all just playing Space Strikers. Well, it just looked like a demo anyway, because it looked like a bloody mess. But yeah, all the computers were off. But yeah, Brittany was there. She's handling refunds. That's her job, because that's how you make money in a company, by giving people money back.
And to piggyback on to Nick.
So I will just say, obviously, the offices are all shut. So because the company's folded in all but reality. So Brittany would have gone long since, like everyone else putting their CV out on LinkedIn. Brittany would have long since gone and found another job. She wouldn't be returning to this fucking shambles.
But to piggyback on to Nick, we've also kind of backed off.
Oh, we don't want to answer that, do we, DJC? Let's just put that on.
To piggyback on to Nick.
Sweet and Tender Hooligan. A lot of people say Intellivision just doesn't respond to emails. Yeah, DJC, you made a mistake putting that one on, didn't you?
We've also kind of backed off bothering them. Like, we know.
I want to talk to
you. Bother everyone, Mike Melissa, especially with that fucking goatee weird thing.
Them right now.
I'm not sure whether it's a goatee or whether it could be like a sort of attempt at a beard with a handlebar moustache. Yeah, that's weird anyway.
Right.
I talked to a couple people. I don't ask them about what's going on, what's coming down the pipes at Intellivision. I know they are working their asses off.
You like, you really speak to Intellivision and say, I don't really want to talk about Intellivision. Let's just shoot the shit. And no, it's not happening. I think if you try to ring them up, Rab, your wife would just take the phone off you and slam it down and say, "Stop wasting your fucking time."
My conversation with Tommy is, "How are you doing?" My conversation.
No, it's not. You're not having any conversation with Tommy.
With Phil is, "Hey, you get the world on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Hang in there."
He's got $17 million on his shoulders.
I mean, I've spoke with these guys for the last 3 years, so it's like talking with some of these guys. I don't really discuss what is coming next or what is the plan, all of that stuff. We don't really have that sort of level of information that I think you guys think we are.
Yeah.
And once 100% I agree, that a lot of people are frustrated and stuff. Like, I wish I could help. And I see a lot of people are like, "Aren't you guys fed up?" Like, I'm
if they were fed up, they wouldn't be doing this week in, week out. I'm not fed up.
I'm bummed that it doesn't come out.
A lot of things on a daily basis.
I just, what am I going to do getting mad,
So Chuck, that's actually why I wanted to jump on, because there's a couple of things. And Armchair Quarterback, I will answer the question. He said, "What?" Just
with three of them talking there, it just made me think of the Sesame Street thing. One of these kids is doing his own thing. But three of these kids are kind of the same. Something like that. If you're a kid of the 80s, you'll know that. The idea was you had four people in squares like that, and three of them would be doing the same thing, and one of them would be on his own doing nothing, or just keeping himself to himself. And it was trying to work out which one was the odd one out, so to speak. I mean, not an odd one out. I mean, it sounds rude to sort of say one of them's an odd one out. It just, one of them's obviously got better things to do than what the other three are doing. But then with this lot, it's all four of them are doing the same bloody thing. And don't we know it?
There's a couple of things. And Armchair Quarterback, I will answer the question. He said, "What do I think of the situation?" So, I am a gamer.
I think his brain's frozen. Oh, it's not that his camera's frozen, it's his brain that's frozen. Well, Rob, you do a weekly show about Amico, but don't bring it up when you talk to Tommy or Phil, laughing my ass off. What are you guys talking about? Crab leg recipes? It's either his brain seized or he's having a stroke, I don't know.
I'm a gamer. Straight up.
You're a gay what?
I am a gamer.
Oh, gamer. Sorry, I misheard.
Straight up. That's all
What was
it is.
that one?
Right?
Hold on.
I'm a gamer.
Crab leg recipes.
I have
I thought it was like Flintstones when they're having a gay old time.
over on my
Yeah.
shelves.
Mostly
I
dip,
have
hot butter, or
yeah.
Sorry.
So over on my shelves, I have Saturn, Dreamcast, OG Xbox, GameCube. I've got an Atari VCS.
Wonder if Rab puts hot butter on Tommy's schlong when it's in DJC's hand.
The new Atari VCS, not the old. Over here.
The $400 not foot bath, the Atari VCS, that one. Big Block Plymouth. I'm excited there is still some chance that Amico will come out. That's a good trolling.
I've got an Xbox Series X. I've got a PlayStation 5. I just like to play games.
Why would you have the Xbox X and a PlayStation 5? They're pretty much the same bloody console.
Right? So I can't
Geeks with cash. Oh, he's rather than talk, he's obviously lost his voice box. I would recommend emailing the Intellivision group on Facebook to post questions. If you ask respectfully, they totally take that fine on the Facebook group. Well, they just instantly block me on the Facebook group, so I can't post anything on there.
Right? So I can't control what they're doing. Console's either going to come out or it's not.
It's not.
Yes.
No.
We've had conversations. Everybody, it's not a secret that we have conversations with them. Lately, like Rab, I haven't had those conversations with them because until they have something to say that is tangible, I've got so much other stuff to do, play. If anybody, King Crab, you were in our chat.
What more is there to say to Intellivision? They know people are frustrated, and all they can do is focus on production and start getting Founders Editions and VIP out, then everything else can fall in. No.
Last night, right? What were we talking about last night? Jim Ryan and Activision, Halo, Bonnie Ross, State of Play, PlayStation, Nintendo Direct, all the things that put Nick to sleep last night, right? So...
I'm sorry, you said Call of Duty, I fell asleep.
I know. It's funny, and I'm happy to be, because you guys are, the three of these guys right here, I've become really good friends with because they're just outright good people. So I very happily get lumped in to the Amico Forever group, right? And yeah, I'm one of the kind of remaining four that...
Very lumpy.
I am lumpy. Not anymore. Not anymore. I mean, come on. Hey.
Very svelte, I know.
I'll get that checked out.
No. And that's okay because as a gamer, I still want this console.
They should call the show 4 Old Dudes Bore the Audience Forever.
Maybe it doesn't come out. And I would be bummed about it, right? Like we all would.
Bummed. Bummed means something else in England. It doesn't mean that you're a bit pissed off. It means that you've had some sort of rear action.
Paper cut.
But
fine, if that's your sort of thing, fine. But yeah, just as I say, does mean something else in England.
I would, Man Machine. Of course, he shows up now. I would be bummed out. Chris would be bummed out. Bunch of people would be bummed out.
Again, that means something else in the UK. Unsavory.
Life would go on. But there's no sense in my pounding my fist on the table.
Pounding is what? Oh, sorry, fist, yes.
There's no sense in my making 100 videos about, why I'm upset about Amico not being out yet.
It makes sense for me. I get a lot of watch time out of it. It's fantastic.
It doesn't.
And I welcome every minute of watch time that gets watched.
There's no productivity in that.
There is for me.
So until
am I frustrated? It's not out. Absolutely. Would I like to see it out? Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
Am I irritated? We're still having the same conversation, talking about these same things for months and months and months on it. You betcha.
So why do you do it then? You don't have to do it.
Can I do anything to fix it? No. The only thing I can do is sit here with these guys and try to give a positive environment and try to have some fun with you guys. That's all I.
A positive environment. How do you put the positive on a $17 million scam? And so watch these guys every week.
I can do for you guys right now, and that's what I'm trying to do.
I
That's why
think
we're
it's
here.
I really
That's
think
why we
it's
put up with all of it. That's why we deal with the clickbait and all that stuff. That's why we deal with it. That's absolutely why we deal with it. Because at the end of the day, you guys are at least getting some fun out of it, even if it's just making fun of us, laughing with us, laughing at us. It doesn't freaking matter at this point.
Right.
Sorry, Mike.
No, but you're right.
And it is
no one's saying we're not disappointed. No one's saying we're not frustrated. I mean, the truth is, we are 2 years past when the original launch date was. And, you know, but I want to give a perspective from a point of view that I don't think that, you know, we look at this in a bubble. Last night.
Yeah, Mike Garcia is right. You guys being friends with Intellivision put yourselves in an awkward position. Damn right.
We had a huge conversation.
Even DJC agrees. God, what a weirdo.
I agree on that. I just want to say I do agree with that.
I mean, this is totally a legit criticism.
It does put me in an awkward position. I mean, if people want to come at you, that's part of the internet. You go online, and there are people that hate you for whatever reason.
But just having a YouTube,
I don't hate you, Rob. I just think you're deluded.
Channel, I put myself in an awkward position.
Right.
But it's true. It's true in certain ways. I understand what you meant by that.
Right. No, I'm not going to argue that point at all. He's absolutely right.
But
it's kind of weird.
I'm just wanting it to. I'm wanting it. I really want this to come out. And if it doesn't, and they just end it all, I'll be like, you know what, guys? I guess you guys are right. This sucks, you know. But there's still a chance. I'm gonna still hope for the best.
Well,
maybe I'm different from someone else that gets so ticked off, and people that'll yell at us and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm that frustrated on the inside. I guess I just don't express myself in a bunch of videos or just attacking people or attack someone that actually still believes it's coming out.
I'm not attacking you. I just think you need to seek psychiatric help.
I just try to stay happy and hope for it, man. I've waited
deluded
longer for pre-orders on homebrew games. I've waited 2-3 years for games I put money in.
Dude, I've got $200 or $300 still in for like another.
I'm going to keep my 200 in and hope for the best.
For a collectible that I haven't gotten yet. That money's still sitting there. I could request it back, but I'm still hoping the item will come out. So I'm still hanging on. This isn't the only thing that I've waited a very long time on. So I mean, I guess I'm just more used to it, and I'm a little more tolerant of it. Mm-hmm. And I understand people not being. That's not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody needs to be the same, and not everybody needs to react the same way. No.
It's also
that's
fine.
Deal with it.
It's also its own thing, and once something like this becomes its own thing, and people gravitate towards, and it's an issue that can be stirred, and an issue that people can be very angry about. I mean, before it was delayed, there was already people very angry about it. So you have an audience that is there.
By the way, to interrupt, I think that cat fighter. I don't know what that came from. Is that? I doubt it's a proper game. Is it something? It can't be something that DJC put together. He doesn't seem to have that mental capacity, but it looks like some sort of fighting game, but it's got cats fighting. It's a cat fighter, but I think that won the poll last time because he wanted to. This time he wanted as Andrea Verba said. Did I mention that in part one? That DJC just wanted a poll that he can control the narrative on, and this one was so he knew that cat fighter would win.
To talk about this and discuss this every day. And
sorry, I think was that about what's your favorite bit about Amico Forever? I think it was Cat Fighter.
And build on it. So, it's going to be a source of negativity until they put something out. And we're here for the people who are interested in it. We're here for the people who
it's positivity from my end. Get a lot of views out of it, a lot of watch time, over 100 hours every time.
Are supporting it. We're here for the people who are critical of it. We're here to talk about the Amico when there's news about the Amico. When there's not news about Amico, we're here to talk about crab legs, about 80s food, about controllers. We're here on a Wednesday night for those of you guys that pop on.
Because DJC just seems to be
we're
going to do his thing.
On a Wednesday night for
Was he put his hands down?
80s food about.
Yeah, he just it's like to give us a clue. Just throwing his hands out because someone mentioned food, and now he's thinking about food.
Controllers. We're here on a Wednesday night.
I think Nick's almost died from the state of ennui.
For those of you guys that pop on.
And speaking of that, Kurt Bradshaw says this discussion is intense, that we need a little bit of...
I feel better.
Yeah,
There
well,
you
that brought it down.
So, I do.
I like this. Hey DJC, when you get monetized, is it just going to be depends, diaper ads, and life alert? Dear Lord, this crowd is old. I presume he's talking about diapers in the UK are called nappies. I presume it's sort of adult nappies, which does sound a bit wrong. Then again, there are adverts for like tenor TENA pads for women, so they don't leak out pee accidentally. Whether men use them or not, I don't know, but it's only advertised at women anyway. So if you just happen to, just basically, if you're out and about doing stuff, and you have some, if you've got incontinence basically, and you have wee seeping out, then it doesn't seep out. It's just this pad traps it in, and then you get rid of it when you get home. So maybe that's the thing that DJC needs. I don't know. Life Alert, it's like a sort of medic bracelet, but not a bracelet. It's sort of like a necklace thing that goes around your neck, sort of like, well, because the necklace goes around your neck. So if you're, my granddad used to have one of these. If you're around the house, and then if you're away from the phone, excuse me, if you're away from the phone at the time, and you just happen to sort of collapse and need help to get off the ground, then you press the button on this thing, and then it calls an ambulance for you to come and help pick you up. But yeah, it's whether DJC will be having that or needing it. Probably be needing it by the time he finally stops doing Amico forever. That's for sure.
There is one. So Mike, I do want to address though Mike's comment about you're friends with Intellivision Entertainment. I'm assuming IE meant Intellivision Entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he meant.
Not
Put you
Internet
in an
Explorer,
awkward
no.
position. Right, right.
I'm not friends with Internet Explorer. Screw that guy.
I'm tight with Edge.
I keep, I've always.
Big Block Plymouth. I'm glad Tommy started the Amico project. There would be zero chance of it coming out without his attempt.
I maintain this.
Oh, bonkers from the 80s. Hey, we mentioned 80s food. There you go. Sorry, go ahead.
Netscape
all
till
right.
I die.
I've mentioned this many times, right?
Opera, yo.
Brushing up.
I do actually have Netscape still installed in, well, the older of the two PCs I'm using. And I've always used it, but then I've not actually. Well, it's always been installed on a PC, but I've not used it in years. Because at least a couple of years, because it's just absolute dog crap. But yeah, Netscape. It had its place.
Brushing up.
I am back when I was on Facebook. All right, I was.
He's not on Facebook anymore. God, the Slotham will be upset.
Friends with. I'm actually still friends somewhat. I keep in touch with Peter Moore. Everybody knows who Peter Moore is. Headed up Sega. Headed up Xbox.
You're friends with the head of. Is that on? Full, yes, on full. You're Fred. You're friends with the head of Sega and Xbox.
Headed up Reebok. Headed up Liverpool. I'm still.
Oh, what did we miss out then? Come on.
Xbox. Headed up Reebok. Headed up Liverpool.
Just saying, Potion Sword Run. Nice to see you.
I'm still friends with the guy. Why? Not because of any. I mean, I was a game journalist. My job was to talk to these people on a regular basis.
Someone said Cat Fighter is garbage.
I saw them all the time.
Yeah.
I saw Peter Moore once a year at E3. Man would.
Yeah, he would run away. He'd run and get away from you.
Walk by while I'm waiting for my my meeting with Xbox, my yearly meeting with Xbox.
I bet they look forward to that. Man Machine, you could substitute these old timers with Swedish strippers and it would still put me to sleep.
Would walk by, stop for 5 minutes on the way for wherever he was going, come over, say, "Hey, Mike, how you doing?" Shake my hand, put his arm around me. How are the
Oh
kids?
yeah.
What's going on? And that's that. To
No, I think Papa Pete's having his annual wash.
me, there's a normal thing, right? It was a normal thing. Talking to Phil Adam and finding out what's going on when I can.
Can you imagine if there is a, I think, what day are we on? What year are we on, rather? If we ever do get E3 back next year, and I mean, they just seem to do it all online now, although this year just seem to abandon the whole thing. Actually, because of the lack of E3 sort of centered, sort of the focus in June, I know the Xbox did a video around that time, and I just completely missed it because it used to be on about 9 o'clock in the evening in the UK time, and then they put it on like about, I think they put it on about 6-7 o'clock when kind of time I'd be making dinner, and then I never sort of caught up with it later on. I should get around to watching that really, but yeah, Mike. No one's putting their arm around Mike Mullis. No one, but except the police when they cart him off.
And again, I haven't done that recently because I just want them to get their heads down and get this thing out. Is a normal everyday thing for me from what I was doing for 10 years, 15 years ago. So I get that nowadays there's this, and I'm going to take this over to the Xbox side for a second. There is this kind of starstruckedness that, Xbox fans have about their current.
Well, I mean, I think that's been eclipsed by. Did I get to my point about the E3? I don't know. Yeah, whether or not they have. Yeah, so there's no point really having an E3, but and if they do, then I didn't get to my point about E3. If they do have E3, then there's no way Tommy Tallarico, Phil Adam, and John Avocado will be at E3, because what would be the point? All they're going to do is just get the piss taken out of them constantly. Apart from by these guys if they turn up. There's not a chance that they talk to. Yeah, they just bump into Mike Mullis and just go, "Oh yeah, hey, good to see ya." 1-inch biceps. Peter Moore is married to my sister's best friend's neighbor.
Head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, and it's almost like you kiss the ring, when you meet him.
Kissing the ring, I think, means something else in the UK. That's something else rude.
I don't do that. I don't have to do that.
Oh yeah, there's a video on Intellivision _Amico Reddit. If you go and have a look at that, if I remember, I'll put the link in the description below. A video about Mike Mullis, and it's just the thumbnail is him throwing his arms around Tommy, and just he says, "Oh, if I don't do the kiss the ring thing," and then they show endless clips of him basically kissing the ring and just, "Oh, Tommy, I love you, man."
So, talking to these guys, we've had them on NLG. I know Phil's been here. John's in, John comes in the chat here. He comes in the chat where he can. That is just regular everyday stuff. So I don't see that the same way of being in any kind of awkward position. You can be, what I do is not, it doesn't give somebody leeway to.
Man Machine, hey panel, on a scale of 100% to 100%, guess what percentage you're putting your audience asleep? It's having that effect on me, especially with bloody Mike Mullis. Every time he runs out of fucking batteries there.
Make to put things in their mouth that shouldn't be, right? And I know a couple people, I'm just going to address this real quick since I'm here. A couple people know that they can't see my chats right now. You do two things. I've asked people know
crap stuff
that they can't see my chats right now. You do two things. I've asked two things of everybody. One, when you're in my chats or when you're around any chats, any of our friends, just be good. Two, leave me out of your content. Leave me off your videos.
I'm not leaving you off my videos.
You're mad at Tommy. I don't like that you make videos about Tommy, but that's not for me to. You're a grown person. Got to do what your grown person stuff does. The minute I show up, you broke my rule. So it's all I've ever asked, right?
I guess I've broken his rule, even though I didn't know about any rules.
Not asking anybody. I've never asked anybody to buy an Amico, to like an Amico. I'm excited for it. When there's news to have over on NLG, we talk about it. When there's not, we've talked about everything else. It's just the way it is. And if it doesn't come,
and that's just the way it goes,
come out, I'm really sorry. And I'm going to be disappointed. I know my kids are going to be disappointed. Seth's going to be really disappointed. But then we're going to move on. And
yeah, I think a lot of us are just in for the whole until we hear it's done,
right?
Or it's coming.
Because you got nothing better to do.
I mean, out either way. That's why we're here. And even if it didn't, and guys, whether you hate us or you troll us or do whatever you want, that really doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. For me, I know some people I don't, but if this thing doesn't come out and literally they say next week, like we just can't do it. We tried our best, and I'm going to keep this going as a gaming chat, stream. We'll keep it going, man. But I mean, it'll just be about other gaming, you know.
You kept it going till the sun went down. Boom. You kept it going.
There's so much stuff, you know.
10 points for who, what that song is and who sung it. Don't know what you do with those points, but yeah, if you know what that song is, put it in the comments without any the comments on the actual, not the live chat comments, but put it on the comments of the actual comment proper. Yeah, as to what that song was and who sang it.
What's happening, Potion? Sorry, I didn't say hi.
You may have an upgraded background.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, I might have some different stuff in the background, but yeah, an updated intro. But yeah, no, I just like talking games, you know, and I don't hate anyone if you don't like this. I don't expect you to like it.
Yeah,
I understand why you wouldn't.
I've never shut off friendships.
Just don't hate me for liking it or hoping that it comes out.
Because of this console or any console, it always has to be something else or that someone is doing that causes me to cut ties in certain ways. Because there's people, even in my own Discord, that do not like this console. They occasionally poke at it. They try not to because they think it upsets me. I don't care. They have their opinion on it. That's fine. You want to get off and make videos about it? That's fine. I don't talk about this in my Discord. We talk about other things from collecting and what games we're playing, etc., and this, that, and the other, and anything else under the sun. I don't like bringing this in there.
It reminds me, I've got a Discord, but I don't use it.
Because I know there's people that are in there that don't like this console and they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to hear about it. And I don't want to put that on them. So I don't discuss it there. And we get along fine. It's one of my favorite places to hang out when the chat is popping in there. It's a blast and everybody's having a good time. Because we all found things in common to
because we want to have a good time. We want to be free to do what we want to do. We want to get loaded.
Talk about that we do like and then we enjoy talking about it together. And that's why we're friends. Even when our opinions differ, at least makes for an interesting conversation.
Sorry, 1inch. I wasn't paying attention. Nick, I was totally hearing you. I was not tuning you out.
Oh, no, totally tune me out, dude. That's totally fine.
Anyways, I do have to end it because we went a little over an hour. I was only trying to hit an hour because I got so much stuff I'm going on this week. But plus, I'm hungry. After seeing that gigantic hamburger, now I got to make myself one.
Aren't you? I think I just tried to
doubt he'll make one. He'll just get on Deliveroo or whatever and buy one that way.
Answer that? I told you I couldn't really answer that.
Yeah, like
if you scroll up a little bit, I did.
Why do you think they stated their informal production a year ago when that was obviously not true?
I think I just tried to answer that. I told you I couldn't really answer that.
Yeah, like
if you scroll up a little bit, I did try to answer that the best I could, which is to say I can't answer that. I would speculate something really bad happened when they tried to.
Yeah, I think everything kind of fell apart at that point. I think they were planning.
I legit don't have any solid details.
I don't know.
So anything I could tell you would be just raw speculation and hearsay. I don't have any firm data to give you on that, unfortunately. I'm aware of it. It sucks. Am I happy about it? No.
No meat patty.
I don't know what else to tell you guys. There's a lot about this that I don't like. I'm in this because I like a lot of the people that are involved. I like a lot of the concepts that are involved. I like a lot of the friends I made along the way on this thing, and that's why I continue to support it. Is it perfect? No. Is it kind of a mess? Yep. Absolutely. Am I
kind of a mess? That's a $17 million scam from day one. Yeah, it's kind of a mess, all right.
Still in here waiting through the mess? Yes. But
oh, hang on. Sweet Thunder Hooligan. Sorry for breaking the rule. It was obviously honestly out of frustration over what Tallarico did. I really enjoy hanging in your chat. I'm sorry I had to block you as well. Let's see, he said, I was mad at Intellivision, some missteps in the past. I just don't feel the need to continuously beat out of the same point over and over and over. I do.
But, I mean, at least somebody's here for you to talk to, because otherwise there'd be nobody.
Well, you just have to get a shrink, I suppose.
And what are you going to do then?
Well, and the other thing,
faster.
But the other thing too is that other than, and I'm being serious, other than some internalized, temporary making yourself feel better. I mean, what does getting mad and what does that do, right? What does that accomplish? It doesn't.
It accomplishes a lot for me. That's for true. That's for sure.
Doesn't accomplish anything. So either, I mean, there's. It's funny. This is a little more kind of black and white.
You can push a political movement, a social movement. I mean, you can motivate people on anger.
You can, but we're talking about video games. I mean, at the crux of
there has been a lot of video games that have been canceled or people. Have shut down social media accounts or walked away over
like OEB Pete.
Anger.
Absolutely,
it has an effect in our
No.
Our
I understand. What I'm saying is that for me, right? So, again, what does my getting mad at Intellivision accomplish? Does it get the console out?
What is bicep? Can we make a Tommy AI that'll talk Amico with us forever? That'd be interesting.
No. Could it make me feel better for a little bit? Sure. But what does it actually accomplish other than just getting mixed in with the rest of the noise?
Well, I think... Go ahead.
Well, and the...
Kurt Bradshaw, there is no Amico coming. I get that you got all the original games apart from one. And you love your Amico, but it's all a sham.
My point was that you have a 50-50 chance. There's only one of two ways that this goes right now. Console comes out. Console doesn't come out. There's nothing.
Bed goes up. Bed goes down. Bed goes up. Bed goes down.
Nothing in between, right? There's no half console. There's no. It either arrives or it doesn't. So I either wait for it to arrive.
Panel, please can we just get Tommy Tallarico here to answer these questions? He was so eager to talk before. I wonder why he's not now.
Doesn't. So I either wait for it to arrive or I don't. A lot of us are choosing to just simply wait for it to arrive.
King Crab, some people have been very harsh on these guys, but the anger doesn't need to be directed at them, direct it where it needs to go. But these guys say, well, DJC at least says he's the Amico authority, the Amico news authority. So he's saying he has it direct from the horse's mouth, even though the horse's mouth is quoting emails full of lies and quoting emails from like months ago when that's what he says. Oh yeah, they say the Amico's coming, as he refers to an email from about 6 months ago that was full of lies. So yeah, he is complicit in this.
We could be kind of disappointed that it's not here yet, but it just doesn't. It doesn't help anything. I mean, it certainly wouldn't do anything for my channel to just start making, derogatory videos about the Intellivision Amico.
Works for me.
And that's not who we are.
Yeah, like I said, it's like some people deal with it in different ways. Like I understand. I 100% understand that frustration, but at the same time, I'm in it. I'm going to stay as positive as I can for the people that just put money into it, because I put money into it. And when I mean saying that, I'm saying on all the stuff I bought, like, and then I did the profit share thing on the Republic. My pitchfork just pointed me in the right direction. But no, I'm just hoping for the best, and that's why I do this. Also to hang out and talk gaming and talk to people that make fun of us. I like that too. That's
I was hoping we would talk like other games. There's not a lot of news, and it's always kind of a bummer when we have to go, when we end up.
I love that one. Man Machine, knock knock, who's there? DJC. DJC who? Exactly, where are you? Are you a poor man's Keemster?
There's not a lot of news, and it's always kind of a bummer when we have to go, when we end up talking about the same topics that we, because
but you make a rod for your own back by doing so.
Viewpoint's not going to change.
That's the frustrating. That's the frustrating point.
That's the frustrating part for us, and kind of why I get a little snippy sometimes, because it is literally every week that we answer the same questions, and we can't answer them any more now than we could before. The only people who can answer them are the people that are trying to bring out the console, and they're not really communicating with us very much right now.
You just said they weren't doing it full stop. Hang on. Pardon me.
And honestly, quite frankly, I haven't really been actively reaching out much.
Ooh. Sweet and tender. Dean TV is right. You guys have the power to move them. Look at Retro Bro getting Cyrus's refund back.
Because it feels like it takes away from things that need to be done, like either getting the console out, finding new avenues of income so they can either get more things out through production, get things straightened out, get you your money back. Anything I do takes away from better efforts that they can be doing to better their position and to get you your money back. So why would I contact them and screw that up? Why would I put pressure onto them to have that 30, 40, 50-minute conversation or whatever it happens to be, when they could more efficiently spend that time trying to do the things that everybody's asking them to do?
Yeah, but they're not making the console, though. God, why do they still think the console's being made? And we all know that, they'll let's say Rab, DJC, and Nick are trying to ring Tommy Tallarico, let's say, or Phil Adam. They'll just see the number coming up on their. Well, yeah, they'll have it in their address book. They'll just see it's one of them three ringing up, and they'll just say it to answer phone, or they just won't pick up. That's really what'll happen. They won't. There's not a single chance in hell any of them will answer the phone to these three and go, "Oh, hey, wow, it's so great to have a conversation with you. Yeah, and you're not going to talk Amico. Fantastic. Let's shoot the shit." Not going to happen.
It doesn't help you guys. It doesn't help them. It doesn't help me in any way, because I don't care about getting any kind of clout or rep or anything out of this thing. I could give two flips less. I got other things. I got tons of things I can be doing.
Give what?
Honestly, I don't care about getting any kind of clout or rep or anything out of this thing. I could give two flips less.
2 Philps less? What? I wonder if I've not put the subtitles on. Let's just try it with this.
Any kind of clout or rep or anything out of this thing, I could give 2 flips less.
2 flips less. I would put subtitles on, but it just ends up going over the comments that occasionally appear.
I got other things. I got tons of things I can be doing and tons of projects I can be doing instead of being here doing this.
So why are you here doing this?
I'm 100% here for the clout only.
Yeah, well, I'm here. Okay,
well, that's why I jumped in.
I'm here to help DJC get clout.
Thank you. They're just here to help my crazy, stupid.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm here. I'm here to piggyback your clout, Chuck. I'm here to piggyback your clout.
Oh, the memes. Good.
I do need to go. I do need
to drink a bottle of wine.
Yes.
I do need to go, guys. But I do want. I want to. Before I end it, I got to. What the heck is that? Oh, it's one of my videos. I had that opened up in another tab. So I'm going to end this poll. So the favorite 2-button controller, we have about 70 votes in. We had NES, Sega Master System, and TurboGrafx. Well, the NES just won hands down at 71%.
Because with all these polls, it'll be at the start when all the the votes come in. So later on, there won't be any votes coming in, so they may as well end it early anyway.
Sega Master System only 9%, and TurboGrafx at 20%. You know, the Turbo was just an NES controller with turbo switches built in. That same shape. But either way,
more people had the NES than they had the TurboGrafx, man. They went with what they had. I promise you.
Oops, I gotta. So, and then hold on. Let me flip into this to end this. Hold on. End and pull. So before I went, I saw someone talk about wrestling. So I just want to address. I think it was Jan and Dean were talking about CM Punk. Either CM Punk's media scrum after show talking crap everywhere when he was eating a muffin at the same time. I think either that's the greatest work of all time, but I don't think that they're that brilliant to do that. But if they are, then that's amazing. But I don't see. But now is he's injured and stripped.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Move back to the Amico.
The title. Who talks like that in front of their boss at the same time? But like I said, if this is a best work of all time, I'm a big AEW fan. I really am.
Sorry, I just sort of knocked it off. Let's just pick up almost where we left off.
Really am.
I really want to start catching that, but I can't find a way to stream it anywhere, and I don't catch it on TV at all. So I just haven't been watching it. Everybody keeps talking about it.
AEW is legit.
I need to find out. I need to find the time.
Who says the word legit? Isn't that like 10-year-olds?
It's not just DVR. It is what I need to do.
No.
And as far as this, this is the last thing, and then I do have to go because I have to eat and do a bunch of crap, unfortunately.
Mickey Fan Tommy, every day you wait for it to arrive without acknowledging the problems and focusing on them. You're encouraging people to buy the physical games which they'll probably never be able to use. Forget probably. Definitely never be able to use.
But I just want to say to Mickey Fan, was everyone that's waiting for it to arrive acknowledge without acknowledging. I'm not acknowledging the problems. They're there. I just can't do anything about it because I don't.
I just spent an hour and
I know.
almost an hour and a half.
I'm not trying to be mean or anything.
How am I not acknowledging problems?
I'm just saying, like, and I've never said go out and buy the games. I'm crazy. I bought the games. I like them.
Right.
I'm sure a lot of Intellivision fans did too.
Yeah.
And I'm not. If you guys don't want them, don't buy them.
Right.
Whatever. I'm the one that's going to be in for it when I have 3 packs of them. I can't play if it doesn't come out. That's why I want it to come out. That's all. I like it. Other people don't. That's it. That's really what it comes down to. You know?
If you have money, you are, and I'm saying this honestly. If you have money, you are an adult. You're an adult person that can actually. I'm hoping people can think for themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that people can go.
Take care. Take care.
What did he say? Spiral of askewed decisions. I've even heard that word before. You learn a new word every day. Askewed. Askew. Doesn't, yeah. Google's coming up with nothing. Askew. ASQ. Oh god, my brain's gone. After fucking hours of this. ASKEW. Askew. When things have sort of gone completely wrong. Yeah, that's what they mean.
For themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that people can go.
Take care. Take care, Atari Creep.
Good night, Creeper.
Good night, Creep.
People can think.
That's what a lot of people say. Good night, Creep.
System isn't out yet. I don't want to buy these. And they could go, those guys bought them? I'm going to wait. That's an adult decision.
Yeah, honestly, I would have thought that if you thought the console wasn't going to come out at all, you wouldn't have bought them.
You wouldn't buy it. Look, if people...
Well, I know about the NES Punk, he bought them purely just to have something to look at. Also something to show off on his channel. Just for the hell of it, he bought them just to make a video about it. And I can understand that. I did think about doing the same thing myself. But, yeah, $150 if you bought them on the website. But by the time you factor in tax and duty, getting them to the UK, I'd be looking at about 200 quid. And I could not, 200 quid for 8 bits of cardboard. I could not go for that.
People, this will get clipped.
I think that's why they didn't sell all of the ones they thought they would.
Right.
Duh.
Yeah, because I think people were like, I don't know that this thing's going to come out. I'm not going to buy these.
Launch.
And that's totally reasonable.
Here's a clip. Here's your clip, everybody. If you bought the I know. If you bought the physical versions of the games,
I only bought
upon,
three 8-packs at 150 a piece. I'm not crazy.
Based upon me buying it, I don't listen to me. Make up your own mind. Don't listen to me. It's my money. I did what I wanted with it. You have that power.
That's money you could have put to your kids towards your kids' college fund.
You have the power. Use that power. You have the power.
I have the power. Sweet and tender, physical virgins.
Use that power. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know what that means.
With great power.
No, I know. I understand your reference. I saw physical virgins come up. I didn't understand the reference.
Physical virgins? Well, that's a whole different show. That's our.
Yeah, I was gonna say literally. I don't even have 1,000 subs. If anyone bought games because they saw me having fun, then you know what? I've bought stuff that I've saw other people say. I don't blame that person. I just go, oh, I guess I made a bad decision. I don't know what to tell you guys.
I've made many a bad financial decision in my life. It's just it happens.
Right.
I mean, I don't.
Big coyotes.
I don't feel like we didn't address problems here tonight. Telling me I didn't address any problems at all, I think, is a fallacy and a bit unfair to the panel, because we've spent almost nothing but an hour and a half talking about problems and acknowledging that they are problems. We're just powerless to fix them.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what.
Right.
Instead of talking to 4 fans, I mean, like I said, hit up television. If they ain't answering, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm so sorry.
Is reality finally coming in?
I wish I had all the answers. But with that being said, so 2-button controller. I should add the 7800.
Yeah, sweet and tender hooligan. Aren't you a journalist, Mike? Yeah. Well, when he wants to be, obviously.
I think we may take a break from next week.
No,
because I have a lot of stuff going on in my personal life that I have to take care of. So I'm going to be very busy next week, and I think the panel will probably they've been kicking butt and deserve a week off for sure. So,
So I wonder if God, this video is going on so long, I could end up doing parts 2, 3, and 4 out of it, which is making me think. If I can get confirmation that Amico Forever 52 is delayed a week, then I'll put this out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I might just do that.
I really appreciate it. So we'll see you in 2 weeks from now for episode 52.
Is that a definite then? I think that's a definite. I think he's realised he's just fucking had enough of the whole thing, and he wants a week off because he's fucking sick of the bullshit, even though he's brought it on himself. Let's just get confirmation of that.
Been kicking butt and deserve a week off for sure. So I really appreciate it. So we'll see you in 2 weeks from now for episode 52. And
well, I'm taking that as a week off. So yeah, I think I'll put this out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because if I put it out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, obviously expecting episode 52 to come up after that on the Wednesday night into Thursday, then the videos wouldn't get seen as much because people you get to Tuesday and they're watching episode. Let's say I put out parts 2, 3, and 4 over Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. People wouldn't have got through the whole of part 2 by the time they get to Tuesday. But if I've got a whole week to do it, then I think I'll just put it out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, given that Amico Forever 52 isn't coming out. And if Amico 52 does catch us by surprise, then I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go.
Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll actually have some Amico news.
Nope.
If not, we're going to be talking Atari 2600. I'm kidding. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone. Thanks.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Happy gaming.
So that's that. There we go. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of the lately. If you go to, if you're not aware of the the soul mining mind bomb. Infected, obviously. There was the what was it? God, my brain's absolutely gone now. Yeah, they've got playlists on the YouTube channel, and if you look up the other Infected, you'll see it on the YouTube channel. Fantastic music. But yeah, so when they got to about 1993, and they put out, it was like 92, 93, and they put out the album Dusk. It didn't quite work for me, and I sort of lost track of them by then. But there we go. Time to call a halt to this. As I finish this, I think it's time for me to get some din-dins, because it's Sunday evening as I record this. Anyways, in the meantime, we'll sort of finish as we started. In the meantime, please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, click on the bell for all the notifications. Don't cue Genesis, cue the Arctic Monkeys. What a scummy man. Just give him half a chance, I'll bet he'll rob you if he can. Can see in his eyes. 'Cause he's got a nasty plan, I hope you're not involved at all. Wow, 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 wow.